Hey guys, welcome back to part 4 of our Endless Runner game tutorial series. Today we'll continue building our awesome Endless Runner game using Unreal Engine 5.1. In this part, we'll focus on making the character switch lanes and increasing the speed as it runs. Let's get started. First, in Unreal Engine, open the Content Browser and select the slide_IA input mapping. Press Ctrl+D to duplicate it. Do it twice and name the duplicates left_IA and right_IA. Next, open the IMC_runner default. Delete the move _IA. Create a new input mapping and select left_IA. In the key binding, press the keyboard icon and choose it. Then add another input mapping and select right_IA. In the key binding, choose D, then save your changes and delete the move_IA from the content browser. Now, open the BP_runner character blueprint and right-click in the event graph to create a new custom event name, Change Lanes. In the Details panel, create a new input named Shift Lanes and set the variable type to integer. From the Shift Lanes pin, add an addition node and drag the second pin to promote it to a new variable called Current Lane Index. Compile and in the Details panel, set its value to 1. From the addition node's return value, add a clamp integer node and change the max value to 2. From the return value, promote it as a new variable named Target Lane Index and connect the execution pins. Next, add a getActorLocation node and connect its return value to a breakVector node. Drag the Y pin and promote it to a new variable called Current Y Position. Connect the execution pins accordingly. Now, add a timeline node and name it Transition and change the execution pin from play to play from start by holding Control. Inside the timeline, add a float track named Change Lanes. Change the length to 0.2. Right-click on the timeline and add 2 keyframes, one at 0 seconds with a value of 0 and another at 0.2 seconds with a value of 1. Zoom in using the zoom buttons. Returning to the event graph, connect the Change Lanes pin to a lerp node. By holding Control, change the pin from A to alpha. Drag the Current Y Position variable from the Variable tab and connect it to the A pin of the lerp node. Create another variable named Lane Position of type float and set it as an array. Add a getLanePosition variable. Now add a getNode from the LanePosition variable, dragging the current lane index onto the integer value pin of the getNode. Connect the getNode's return value to the B pin of the lerp node. Now, add a getActorLocation node and connect it to a breakVector node. From the X pin of the breakVector node, add a makeVector node and connect the Z pin as well. Connect the return value of the lerp node to the Y pin of the makeVector node. From the update pin of the timeline node, add a setActorLocation node and connect the makeVector's return value to the new location pin. From the finish pin of the timeline node, add a setCurrentLaneIndex node and drag and drop the target lane index onto the current lane index pin. You can double-click on the node to add a reroute node and organize the nodes for better readability. To enable lane switching, add a left_IA input action node and from the triggered pin add change lanes custom event, setting the shift lanes value to -1. Similarly, add a right_IA input action node and duplicate the change lanes event from the left_IA. Connect it to the triggered pin and change the shift lanes value to 1. Select all the nodes and press C to add a comment named Change Lanes. Now, compile the blueprint and go to the Details tab of the lane position variable. Add 3 indexes and set the value of index 0 to -325, index 2 to 325, and leave index 1 as 0. Finally, compile and save the blueprint. Once you're in the level, press the play button and use the A and D keys on your keyboard. You will notice that the character can now switch lanes smoothly. Now, let's increase the character's speed as it runs. Exit the game and open the BP_floor blueprint in the content browser. In the event graph, select the cast to BP_runner character node. Right-click on it and choose Break All Nodes. Connect the execution pins accordingly. Add a getPlayerCharacter node and connect it to cast to the character blueprint. As the runner character, add a getCharacterMovement node. And from it, add a getMaxWalkSpeed node. Multiply the return value by 1.001. You can adjust it as you prefer. And add a clamp node to set the minimum value to 700 and the maximum value to 1500 or 1700. From the getCharacterMovement, add a setMaxWalkSpeed node and connect the execution pins accordingly. Connect the return value of the clamp to the setMaxWalkSpeed pin. Add a printString node to visualize the speed change, connecting the return value to the string pin. Select the nodes from getPlayerCharacter to the printString and press C to add a comment named Change Speed. Lastly, select the nodes from Get Game Mode to extend floor and add a comment named Extend Floor. Compile and save the blueprint. Now, in the level blueprint, you'll see that the character's speed increases gradually as it runs. You can set the max speed as you like, but be careful not to make it too high. And that's it for today's video. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Stay tuned for more exciting content. If you enjoyed the video, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more amazing tutorials. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.